You are now listening to Mondays with Mike Martinez.
Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting episode of Mondays with Mike. I got my new buddy Rafa here, Lefty's Plumbing. He's a fellow 10Xer, so I'm going to let him kick it off and introduce himself. Rafa, where are you from, bro? Where are you originally from?
All right, guys. So originally I'm from Tijuana.
Okay.
My mom, I gave birth in L.A., immediately went back to TJ, did my first grade there, came back and started schooling second, third, fourth, all the way through high school in San Diego. San Diego.
Kind of grew up in between TJ and San Diego?
Kind of grew up with the San Diegan culture, but always went back home to TJ. So yeah, I did that throughout my whole life.
Did you graduate high school?
I did not graduate high school. I left high school. I just dropped out my last semester. I stopped going in January. I knew I wasn't going to college, so I thought it was pointless by then. So I stopped going completely.
What did you do your adult life? How were you making ends meet? How were you surviving? What jobs have you worked?
So right out of high school, my dad owned a billiards hall in Tijuana. So I went over and started helping him right at 18. I did that for 12 years. While doing that, we opened up a little more shops. I developed some marketing. I developed some accounting while being there. A little bit of leadership. I didn't have it real much because he was the owner, so I didn't get the respect. But I always practiced it. I always wanted to do it. Just exploring and trying to open up new businesses within the business. I opened a karaoke bar. We made it into a sports bar. We had a kitchen. We had clamato. So things like that is what I did from 18 to 30. After 30, my son was born, and his mom, my wife now, she didn't appreciate the lifestyle for some reason. So yeah, we decided that it was either time to change or time to split. So I asked a buddy of mine where he was working at, and he brought me into the plumbing industry.
Okay.
I worked there with where he was at. I didn't like that structure, but I liked the plumbing aspect and how, as I was getting interviewed, I heard the phone ring, boom, boom, before the interview. So I liked it. I ran with that company for a week and then stepped out. And found a bigger company in San Diego and worked for them for about a year. Then I did a second company, also a big name company, for about 3 months before I started my own.
So a year and a half, you're working for other companies, and you decide it's time to open your own. How difficult was it starting your own plumbing company, and was there anything easy about it?
So yeah, the difficult part of starting it was just taking that first step, not knowing whether I was going to make it or not. Finding the name was really hard. There were so many names that were taken. So, I found Lefty's as a high school nickname that was really, it had been a while since I heard that name. So I just found that it wasn't taken. I got it. And then the easy part of it was I was living in Tijuana. So that was really easy part for me because I didn't have a mortgage, I didn't have a car payment, so I only needed about $500-600 a week. And with knowing what I knew back then, which was to make my phone ring and generate leads, I did good the first month. I probably did about $1,000 the first month, $1,000 the second month, $1,000 the third month. Next thing you know, I'm doing $8,000, $9,000, $4,000, $5,000. So I was making more money than as an employee. But yeah, the only difficult part was, I guess, starting and not knowing a lot. Sometimes I would get stuck on jobs, so I didn't have the experience.
You didn't have the experience, the technical side.
The technical side, I couldn't replace a water heater at first. So a customer called me for a water heater, and I was like, oh, geez, I've never done this before. So,
bro, I just called. My tankless went out.
Yeah.
I guess it was code 13. I guess it needed to be serviced.
Yeah.
And my daughter had her quinceañera last Saturday, not this Saturday that passed, but the previous one. My daughter's quinceañera. In the morning, we're all getting ready for my daughter's quinceañera with no hot water. Oh. So are you familiar with tankless?
Yeah.
So you know the service that it needs? I forget the brand of the tankless, but it sucked, bro. We had no hot water for 2 days. So I called the manufacturer because my brother's a GC. So I asked him. He goes, dude, call the manufacturer. I think it's under warranty. They're like, no, your service, your labor warranty is expired. So I said, well, who do I contact? Like, who works on these? They're like, we can give you 3 referrals in the area. So I called the first place I called, no answer. And automatically, we're 10X, bro. So we're like, how are you not answering the phone? That you guys are losing business already, right?
Yeah.
And then I called another company, same thing, bro. They didn't answer. It went to voicemail. I'm like, dude, these guys, like, they don't want to work or what, you know? I started thinking about all the businesses that are broken. If you can't answer the phone, you're losing business.
Yes.
So I was calling my buddy back and to ask him, hey, who can you send? And then the first company called me back. I'm like, all right, at least I got a call back. It was like $500 to service it. But it's funny how, like, I know plumbing is a big business, bro. So getting back to, you didn't know some of the technical work. How did you start marketing? How did you start getting clients?
I started marketing on Craigslist. So in 2016, I started a company. I did Craigslist.
Craigslist was big.
Yeah. In 2019, I was following John Maxwell, and John Maxwell was going to be at the event in Miami with Grant Cardone.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's something that I had on my bucket list I wanted to do, not realizing what I was going to get into with Grant Cardone. One that I got my father to loan me his credit card. I got the flight. I rented a car. Money was tight, so I bought some peanuts and almonds and trail mix from CVS and a little notebook to go over and sit down. And I slept in the car for the whole weekend.
Fuck.
So that was, for me, it was a sacrifice to go. But really the thing that I learned back there at that event was to push my marketing even bigger. So, because I was just marketing enough.
You were doing Craigslist.
I was doing Craigslist, but I was doing it once a day, twice a day. When I learned from Grant that you have to be relentless and omnipresent, I just came back and did it multiple times throughout the day, 20, 30 times.
On social media?
On Craigslist. Yeah.
On Craigslist?
On Craigslist. I think I created that $5 fee because I opened up 20 emails so that I could do it multiple times throughout the day, and I would stay on top of the page. So,
oh shit!
Yeah, that was a good strategy.
That's a hack right there.
It was a hack.
But you were just focused on Craigslist, nothing else?
Yeah.
When did Craigslist stop working? Does it still work today?
It still works today, but not like it did for me in the past.
You still promote on Craigslist?
I still do. Yeah, if I get one call, I know. Because I used to get big calls from there. You know, it's
a lot. I used to. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
That was a go-to before.
Yeah.
That was a go-to. So, when did you switch up your marketing strategies?
With Grant after 2022, now going into social media a little bit bigger, like more involved, being shy behind cameras, not being able to do a selfie and show people what I do.
Thank you for saying that, bro.
Yeah.
I always tell people, get fucking loud on social media.
Get loud.
Get loud. What else do you do?
I do Yelp.
Is Yelp expensive for home services?
Yelp is really expensive. I just rebranded. So Lefty's Plumbing. Mm-hmm. I'm rebranding now because my focus has always been drain. So we rebranded, and I just got my LLC like on the 26th.
So you're changing your name?
To Pop and Go Rooter. Yeah, that would be the franchise structure that I'm trying to build. And then Lefty's Plumbing, I'm going to just move it into the commercial, trying to build that. Because the name is out there already, so I'm trying to focus it more into the commercial side.
Did Cardone Ventures give you that advice? Or is it something you thought of?
No, Cardone Ventures helped me grow from just me and one employee in 2023 to 10 employees. So the marketing was definitely getting more expensive because I want to focus on drains. And now I'm learning that if I want to scale, the brand that took me here is not going to take me to what I want. So I think that's something that I also have to reset, you know.
So Rooter is more drain, like that's what the name means?
Yeah.
It's more drains?
Rooter's more drains.
Can we talk about revenue really quick?
Yeah.
So like the last couple of years, what was your revenue compared to what it is now?
So it was at 500,000 In 2021, I went to a spiritual conference and found myself and left all the nonsense that I had
You don't drink?
learned over the 12 years of bar hopping.
Do you drink?
I don't anymore.
At all?
It's been 3 years.
Zero.
Well, zero for. I mean, I could drink a beer or two, but I'm not craving it. You know, before I would have a hard time stopping.
Did you have any other vices
Yeah.
that you want to share with us?
I could share anything you want, man. Yeah.
What other, were you into drugs or anything?
Yeah, I was into drugs. I started smoking marijuana in high school, around 15, 16. Around 17, I started doing cocaine, and that's all I did: cocaine, marijuana, and then being in the bar. You know, it was always available, so
Yeah.
it was really that it was.
I could imagine, dude.
Yeah, it's a
could imagine.
7-day experience. You know,
Yeah,
it's like coffee.
I used to smoke meth when I was
Yep.
younger. I'm still young. When I was like 17, 18 to 21, I was really addicted to smoking meth. And a lot of people, you know, I could share it, but even, you know, coke here and there, on and off and stuff like that. I've been years and years and years since I touched anything. I don't smoke. I drink. I'm a drinker.
Yeah.
I'm a weekend warrior. I like to drink on the weekends, but I also know I got to chill already because it does affect me, dude. Like during the week, you're sluggish, and I still handle business, but you get sluggish, you know. Mexicans, bro, we like to party. We got to be careful with that shit. You know what I mean?
So I could continue. I
kept growing.
was at 500. I stopped drinking. I went to 720, and then I met Grant Cardone. When I went to 720, I was like, oh, geez, if this improved, I wonder what happens if I stop drinking completely for 1 year, and that's when I did $1.5 million, 2023.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 2 million one. Last year, 24.
How it directly affects your revenue,
Yeah,
your habits, your vices.
yeah.
So what's your trajectory right now this year? Where are you going this year?
We're at 2 million right now. We still have a few months left in the year, and the target is still the target. It's $400,000 a month. So I'm looking to hit 3 million, which has been my long time goal since I started the company.
Have you been getting there right now, though? I can't think of the math.
To 400s?
Yeah, you've been hitting those 400s?
No, I've been hitting 250, 300, and then go back to 180. But I've been hitting my break even, which is 165,000. And then last month we did 254. The previous month we did around the same. So
3 million, breakpoint 2.
break
You know
point
about
two.
the break
I know
points.
about the break point 2. Yeah. So that was the first thing that I learned by going through the 360 program with Grant Cardone is to replicate myself, and I was not doing that. So
I love having 10Xers on here, not just 10Xers, but 10Xers that train with Cardone Ventures.
yeah,
Because we think different. I mean, it's Grant's company,
yeah,
but Grant's CTTI and Cardone Ventures are different.
Yeah.
What Brandon teaches is more business structure and business rules. Grant teaches sales and marketing. You know that,
Yeah.
because you're a hardcore 10Xer like me, right? So let's talk about revenue per employee. Now you're pushing. You want to push 3 million this year. How many employees do you have?
I have 12.
Okay. So what do you think about that as it pertains to revenue per employee?
I think it's accurate. I think it's like with the math that we get told between 250 and 500. I'm right there. I wasn't there. So the way, because I had 20 employees just at the beginning of this year, and we were doing the same money.
Yeah.
So-
So for every 4 employees, $1 million.
Yeah,
So if you have 12,
Yeah.
you got to push 3 million.
yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
So that was my question,
Yeah.
and that's based off of an $85,000 a year average pay salary. I'm pretty sure you guys are making less than that, right?
Well, we're doing the math to where it evens. Some are doing less, some of them are doing more. So I combine 2 guys that are doing 50. That's one. So I only have probably half of them. So
100 grand.
Yeah.
So 50. You're averaging 50,000 a year pay
Uh,
for your employees.
no, some of them are doing more. Did you say 50? Some of them are doing 100. My technicians.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
we set targets in January. We set targets when I hire them. I want to know what they have been doing in the past and where they want to be. And because I've already been through my growth as as an employee to knowing now how life could get a lot easier with more money if you put attention to what you're doing. Then I want to do that for my guys as well.
Yep.
So I want to do that quick. They're in their 20s. Some guys I hired right out of high school. Some of them are their second job. Other guys, they're in their 30s, and then they know what they have because now they have something to compare.
Yeah.
They've been through other places, and they know that what I'm doing for them by helping them with their goals and their planning.
Yep.
It's really something that they appreciate.
What's your plan for growth in the next 12 months?
The next 12 months. So this new brand is a plan for growth. I want to grow it. I want to hit 5 million. And then
Is that your target for 2026?
The target for 26 is 5, yeah. Yeah.
You're going to add more employees?
We're going to have more employees. I think I should have around 20 employees. And that brand it should help me also drop the cost that I've been investing too much in marketing. So
okay.
I think that will be helpful.
How do you think it's going to drop what is going to cause the marketing expenses to lower?
The brand and being seen on the roads, because I'm going to rewrap my 8 vehicles that I have. So now we're getting phone calls for plumbing as they see a plumbing truck riding around. So people call us for things that they
That
connect.
helps a lot, dude. The trucks.
Yeah.
What's your number one marketing right now?
It's a combination of Yelp and repeat clients.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We got good accounts with clients that are apartment owners, that are HOAs. So those keep us.
Like property managers?
Yeah. If we did nothing, I think
You'd still be all right?
yeah, we'll still be all right with repeat clients.
Damn, that's good. That's good. All right, so target next year is 5 million. You're rebranding. You're going to hire more people. You're not going to get more aggressive with marketing. You're just going to maintain. You're going to maintain what you're doing right now?
No, well, the aggressiveness is now my guys learning to help me. I've been pushing on them. I just was out of town for a full week, and I told them, guys, that you guys need to get it together and help me, because I will be stepping out more and more. And it can happen where if I'm not around, they just rely on me. And if I'm preparing them to go on their own, they need to start learning how to develop leads now.
Generate their own business.
If not, it's like
it's not going to work.
It's not going to work for anyone. If they're just going to go find a new job, and they need to learn how to develop leads.
Yeah. So for you, I know that this is kind of a superpower for you, because most people don't have that experience in sales and in marketing.
Yeah.
Do you think that was the easiest thing for you? Was generating leads, marketing, and selling deals?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, just being creative, like mentally taking examples from other people. I'm always looking at Coca-Cola. I'm looking at In-N-Out, and I'm looking at McDonald's, see what they're doing. The colors, and it works. If you do your homework,
If you pay attention.
If you do your homework, it
the
works.
color yellow works.
Yeah, the color yellow works. The color, my brand is red. It works. It's. I changed it. I had purple at first, and it's like, okay, it's not working. So I saw something that worked, and now it's stuck.
That's crazy how little things like that.
Yeah.
Have you read any books about like that specific, like the marketing side of it, like that, where like what colors are attractive to the brand and things like that?
I've done research online, mainly like psychology of color. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy how little things like that make a big
simple
difference, huh?
Yeah. Give you a whole palette. You can see what colors work and whatnot.
Yeah. Dude, so you're located in San Diego.
Yeah.
You focus mainly on residential.
Yeah.
What would you say is your bread and butter when it comes to, the plumbing services and the way the company generates revenue?
So our bread and butter is we come in for a service call, and what happens is we don't leave there if we don't offer a permanent solution. And knowing all the training that we've been getting through Cardone Ventures and Grant Cardone, learning how to operate in fact-finding and learning how to generate trust with the client, we end up closing about 90% of our upsells. So when we're coming in for a house that has cast iron drain lines, we're going to come in with the intention to replace everything, and normally that's what happens.
What's the average ticket on that?
30,000.
30,000?
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
So if I was I'm a homeowner,
Yeah.
and I call you and I'm like, hey, I got a leak, I got a toilet leak, I got some drains clogged, I got a couple things that need service, and you come out, are you automatically gonna pitch me on that, or are you gonna check, or like how do you dissect the problem?
So we start the process. We take it a step at a time. If we fix what you're wanting to fix, and then we show you what the real problem was. There's always a bigger problem behind what your perspective of what's happening is. There's always more. We have tools. We have a camera that goes down the drain. We show you. We can locate, pinpoint where roots are in. If we decide that, like for example, if your house doesn't have cleanouts and you need cleanouts, we dig it up. Then we show you the pipe. The pipe, it's normally really bad. The life expectancy of the cast iron is 50 years. So anything after that, you know, it's a homeowner's call to make the proper decision, and we're the right guys to do it. We can always, like, with that confidence and referrals, and most of the time our customers are calling us either through a referral or if they saw our reviews on Yelp, which are great. And so there's always that trust.
Have you ever thought about cold calling?
Cold calling, cold calling we do on HOA properties or property managers, and those are smaller tickets though. They're more restricted to budgets, but we have them.
You were saying though that they kind of bail you out though, right? Like they're always consistent.
Yeah, when you get one good property manager that is, like, we have one in La Jolla. He has probably 30 buildings. He's pushing for Lefty. He's pushing for us because he knows what we do and how thorough we are.
Did you get him through cold calling?
No, we got him through a referral. We did a job for one of his clients. He has a rental property, and one of his clients hired us through Craigslist for a job at his store, and then his brother needed help, which is our property managers, and that was 6 years ago. Yeah.
Dude, I'm very, very proud of you, bro. So we're in a Latino Cardone Ventures chat,
Yeah.
and I seen you in there, and I had heard of you. Aaron Mariscal had spoken highly of you, and when I seen you in the chat, I said, hey, anybody want to be on the podcast? I think you might have raised your hand or tagged.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. And then I started following you, and that's when I had my team message you. I'm like, I want him. I like to interview 10Xers, because especially the ones that work with Cardone Ventures, because you always see crazy growth. It fucking blows my mind how, like, their stuff that they teach, it really, really works. You just got to apply it.
Yeah.
And you got to learn and make yourself better, you know, develop as a leader, develop as a business owner. So super proud of you, bro. I wish you continued success and growth. I know you're going to crush 5 million, 8 million, 15 million, national brand, franchise your business out. It's kind of what I'm doing in collections too. I'm building the model. I own my own software. So I'm putting all of my SOPs, all of my trainings, everything's going to my software. So if somebody wants to buy a collection agency, they can partner with me, and they can you know, like, license it out. So they own a branch with me, and they have my software and everything's in there already.
Oh.
So it's ready. It's like plug and play. I'll even hire for them overseas. I hire in Egypt and Latin America. Labor cost is a lot lower, you know. So I'm going to be a recruiting office for them. I could even help them manage their teams. So it's kind of like the Cardone Ventures model, you know. But yeah, dude, I'm super proud of you. So this is where you get to promote. Where can people find you?
Okay, so people can find me on Instagram. I'm Rafa Lefty Torres. My phone number in San Diego, 619-717-4152. And then our website, leftysplumbingservice.com. I'm on LinkedIn, so I mean, social media is something that is a good, easy way to connect.
Yeah, I'm super proud of you, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, guys. Hey, make sure for all of you home service people, this is a huge inspiration. I mean, he went from, you know, 500,000 to 3 million, and it took a lot of development and training, but that's what it takes to become successful. And we're rooting for him to get to his 8 million, 15 million, $25 million mark in the next 5 years. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment. We'll see you guys next time, Monday with Mike. Thanks, Rafa.
Thank you, guys.